if they will do a little bit of, I hesitate to use the word consultation because people get sick. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to take this hat off. I'm getting a bit hot. People get fed up of being consulted every 5 minutes. But this is about the 10-year vision for Burnley. So I thought it might be good to bring to this meeting as we all live or work or volunteer in Burnley. And I'm not going to go through the whole presentation, but I'll ask some of the questions. So it aims to create a town where everyone thrives, celebrating our heritage, empowering young people, modernising our business base and building a vibrant university town full of creativity and connection. A town where canals, parks and happy places are seamlessly connected to homes and the town centre. Streets are safe and vibrant day and night. Heritage buildings are creatively repurposed and everyone enjoys affordable transport, green spaces and strong social networks. So utopia, folks. So we're going to be living in utopia in the next 10 years, which will be really good. As a Burnley resident, that's really good. So we know what the vision is, but how do we get there? And this is where all of you and others that I've spoken to come in. Town board are asking residents, businesses and voluntary community and faith groups to get involved and help shape the future of Burnley. We'll crack on. There's just a series of questions and I'm going to take notes as we go along. So I'm not going to ask that one, which part of the vision appeals to you most, because you might not have seen the vision. But I do like that picture of Garfield, so enjoy the picture of Garfield. So what makes you feel proud of Burnley? So I need you to shout out to me, folks. What makes you feel proud of Burnley, or what would make you feel more proud of Burnley? Anyone?
Tracy,
Yeah.
I think Burnley's got a great partnership working approach. We've got lots of partners, and certainly from my side, I see a lot of really good work that takes place. A lot of organisations that are part Burnley linked that do some really good work quietly in the background that some people don't even know about. So that's what makes me being really proud of being part of Burnley for the last 21 years.
Great, thank you, Naveed. And you're more than welcome.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to tell me why they're proud of Burnley or what will make them more proud of Burnley? Nobody going to talk to me this morning other than Naveed. Okay, we'll move on. Next question.
No, I will just say, sorry, Tracy.
Okay, Miranda.
I think the number of voluntary organisations and the opportunities for people to get involved and to contribute back into their communities is a pretty good one. And you can't not mention the football club, because if you were to ask my other half, he would say that.
Okay, I reluctantly put that down, but I've put it down. Okay, so next question. How safe do you feel in Burnley and how can we help residents feel safer? Oh, Farry is saying the diverse community makes us feel proud as well.
I think the town centre doesn't always feel safe.
Yeah.
I feel perfectly safe. I mean, I walk my dog on my own. I live off Cog Lane.
Yeah.
I walk my dog on my own. I walk around Scott Park very often. I don't ever feel unsafe there. I do feel a bit unsafe in town. But there's loads of people on here, so it's not just me. I'll shut up.
No, it's all right, Miranda. You're only one talking to me. You and Naveed are only two talking to me just at the moment. Anyone else got any views? So where do you feel safe? Like Miranda said, town centre doesn't feel great. I've had a few people say that, but they say they feel safe in the parks. So does everybody feel safe in the parks?
Tracy, currently, I mean, through the summer, there was an element of certain people from certain backgrounds not feeling safe in the borough, which I'll name. However, I have to say, again, it goes back to this point of partnership working and people coming together to try and make people feel safe or support people who don't feel safe from all backgrounds. So just thought it was important to mention.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. So what would make the biggest difference to your physical and or mental well-being? So would it be more arts and cultural events, easier access to sports and fitness activities, better promotion of green space and outdoor activities, support groups and social prescribing services, clearer information about health and well-being services? What do you think? What would make the biggest difference to your physical and or mental well-being? I know we've got some really good green spaces in Burnley. Would we like more outdoor stuff going on? Good grief, you're not usually so quiet. Lee, you've unmuted yourself.
Yeah, sorry, I feel like a bit of an imposter. It's my first time joining, so I'm joining you from Cumbria.
Don't worry.
So I work for Talking Therapies, and I'm doing some engagement work, sort of supporting the local team. So I've been down to Burnley quite a few times, and it does have quite a nice community feel. And I think just my experience is events, really, some to make a difference. Community events. I think when if we get a good attendance during school holidays and people actually see what's out there and what voluntary organisations, what clubs they can potentially join, take part in. I think if we can do some of those and attract families, I think it sort of creates that community feel.
Yeah.
Tracy, I think the people that use our lunch club would say there's a real difficulty in accessing some of the primary care services, mental health services in particular. I know the drug and alcohol treatment, people value that, but actually getting into some of those drop-in things, quite a lot of the people who use our lunch club, they're not very good at keeping appointments always, so making sure there's drop-in facilities would be useful.
Yeah.
I don't know about anybody else, but have you ever tried to make a doctor's appointment recently? Hero law.
Yeah.
If you want to start people talking, that question, it doesn't matter where you are, what group of people you're talking to, everybody finds it massively hard to get a doctor.
Yeah. I'm writing furiously because my brain just won't remember all this. Yeah. Anyone else got anything on that one? No? Okay. We'll move on. There's not many of these. What do you think would make the biggest difference for young people at the risk of exclusion in Burnley? Surely people have got a, Lee, I know you're in Cumbria, but I'm sure you've got an opinion.
You've got a good youth zone, haven't you, in Burnley? Because that's something we don't have in Cumbria, really. I think you're way ahead of us already in that respect.
Other people have said things like, not everybody's academic, and schools seem to focus on the academic rather than life skills and experience. So I could put that down.
That 14 to 16 provision has largely moved into college.
Yeah.
So we see, again, sort of young people that we volunteer with, there's a lot of young people that fall into that category of, by the time they're 14, they're really not engaged with school, and the things that are available for them really are not for them. Actually, sometimes when they've gone to one of the I don't know if they're still called PRUs, but anyway, those types of provision, they find it's easier for them to do things. But actually, and I don't know, Freya, from the University of Lancashire, whether it's in your space or whether it's much more college, But actually, I've heard people say, well, he'll just have to not be at school till he's 16 and then he'll go to college. And you think that's 2 years gone, and that young person will not study after that. And I think parents, again, this is what people have told us, and when we've been with people to school exclusion meetings, parents are struggling to cope with behaviour.
Yeah. So parents
and you know, Father Alex would not thank me if I didn't say, and the problem of drugs on some of our estates, particularly things like ketamine, just stop kids in their tracks.
Yeah. I agree.
From my point of view, Imtiaz from LCC. From my point of view, I think there needs to be more awareness within the schools of the support services available for young people as well. I work with the 16 and 17-year-olds who are in need, so not in education, employment or training. And there seems to be a lack of knowledge about what's available within the local area to support these young people.
Yeah.
And that goes from anything from, the talking therapies, Lancashire Mind, the apprenticeships, and you've got the box standard, but I believe there's quite a lot of support available in Burnley that's not, the information hasn't been relayed to the schools.
Yeah, I would, or the young people.
Yeah.
Young people themselves. I think services and projects need advertising more where young people look or are.
And the parents.
Yes.
Because parents don't know what's
true.
What's available.
Yeah. Anyone else got any opinions on this?
Tracy, I feel, especially with young people, sorry, it's Hassan from Joy Centre. It's a role model for young people, I think, as well. Young people for young people role model, I mean. Because what we see, some young people doing so well, but they might find a career, but they might move out.
Yeah.
Then you've got some young people, unfortunately, it's going back to this point, that they might not have that career here. And there's no employment. So who do they see as a young person that, yes, we could still see Burnley as our home and have a career?
Yeah, I understand what you mean, Hassan. So retaining those role models, those young people that have done well or doing well, to keep them in Burnley and hold them up as a shining example, and maybe they work with young people who are younger than them to show them that you can stay in Burnley, you can have that career in Burnley. Yeah, good point. Thank you. So what would make you more likely to leave your car at home? This applies to everybody. I'm not bothered about whether you live in Burnley or not. What would make you more likely to leave your car at home?
That's an obvious one. Good transportation links.
Yeah.
Good weather.
I don't think we can do out about that, Hassan, but I'll put it forward. You never know.
More regular trains.
Yeah.
Nice walking routes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else? Nope. Okay. I think that's it. How can we work together to build a stronger Burnley economy, do you think? Sorry, they are dollars. I couldn't find anything with pounds on. So people have said things like supporting local businesses to grow and innovate, so boosting job creation, make skills and training more accessible and inclusive for all, and connect residents with career opportunities. So it's that communication thing again, maybe. What do you think? Freya, you've unmuted yourself.
Oh, I think I've just left it on unmute, but I mean, yeah, all the stuff that we're doing in terms of partnership working, but just more of it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, everything that we can do to change the the career opportunities of young people, it might not make changes now, but it will make changes going forwards, and even investing in them even younger before they, it's at primary school that kids become disengaged. It's not even waiting until, they're higher.
Yeah. Younger primary school. Yeah, I know Naveed and that. Naveed, do you remember once we went to a primary school to tell them about our, what we laughingly call career paths and how we got to where we were? Do you remember that? It was years ago.
Vaguely.
Yeah. Yeah, and for me, it were about saying, I haven't got a degree. I was never academic at school. I had my skills, but I was never academic and never wanted to go to university. I wanted to go out and earn money. And I'm in a position now because I've gained the experience and I've learned as I've been going along and developed as I've been going along. And I think that's one of the things that's missing from young people as well, to tell them that what they choose to do at 16 doesn't need to be set in stone. I was going to be a hairdresser. I've never done hairdressing ever. I dye my own hair. I do my own hair, but I don't do anybody else's. But I really, from a young age, wanted to be a hairdresser. And when I hit 16, I thought, no, I don't want to do that. I want to earn money. So, yeah, I think that's so communication again, I think.
I think trying to promote Burnley in a positive light brings in visitors, tourists. So it's us in Burnley helping to make sure that we spread the good word of Burnley. We get a lot of people who come shopping in the town because we've got Primark. It's having all the facilities and the things that actually makes the town, people wanting to come spend the money here, and actually think, oh, I remember when we did the Nature Festival a few weeks ago, I was speaking to a lot of people going past, giving out the Burnley Council magazine, and they're like, oh no, we don't live in Burnley, but they're in Townley and they're regularly in Townley. So it's a question of how do we get people to come, spend the money here, invest here locally, and that's just something to consider. What opportunities exist to make that better?
Yeah, I agree.
Going back to your point, Naveed, about spending in town centre, mainly it's a cost of parking, isn't it, most of the time? So how could, it's a give and take, isn't it? You reduce the cost for parking, which means more people coming in.
Yeah.
So it's a balance. How do you sort of work out as a council? Are we sort of in a position to reduce on a weekend or Friday or whatever the costs, so that will attract more people, which means more economy coming in? I don't know how, but something.
And it's like we said earlier, about those transport links. If the transport links were better and possibly cheaper, you have to take a new mortgage out if you want to get a train anywhere these days. And I love traveling on a train, but I know Burnley in particular can't do anything about that, but maybe there's something that can be done. Don't know. Okay, I think that might be it. Let me just check. Yes, that's it. Thank you so much for that. I know we whizzed through that. And you were all very quiet. But anyway, I sprung that on you really. So thank you very much. Thank you for that. I can type that up later. I will just give you a little update in the running saga that is the Adult Social Care Transformation Fund. We are now a step further. We're 90% sure that we are going to have a social connector that works across Burnley, Pendle and Rosendale, who will be supporting people with hoarding issues. Now, that's not to say, we know that people with hoarding issues, it's a huge thing. This poor person is not going to be able to solve everybody's hoarding issues. But what they are going to do is work with the people to increase their confidence and their self-esteem. It's what our social connectors do, to enable them to engage with services that that can help them with the hoarding. So it's not just a matter of clearing the house and everything's rosy. There's a lot of deep-seated psychological stuff going on. So this is, and we can't, you know, we can't afford a psychologist or a whole program around this. But what we can do is support people into the services that that are the experts. We're also going to be starting, CVS are going to be starting, I mean, we've been running a pilot for a while of a telephone befriending scheme. And what we'd like to do is also include the colleges across Burnley, Pendle and Accrington and Rosendale, and to have young people volunteering to make phone calls each week to various people that request a befriending service, with a view to, and working alongside a social connector, with a view to those people be feeling more empowered, feeling more connected, and perhaps more able to go out and connect into the community. So watch this space. We're still waiting for, my chief exec's away just at the moment. She's in China as we speak, and she has been for the last 3 days. So if I look tired, that's why. Because I've been doing 2 people's jobs this last couple of weeks, and it started to take it up. I'm so glad to see her when she comes back next week. So next week, I am sure that Christine will be on it. She'll be in touch with Lancashire County Council and I think it's just the costings that's got to go in, and then we should be good to go. So watch this space, and I'll let everybody know as soon as we do. Are there any issues that people have been coming to you regularly? So in the past, we've had maybe mold and damp, and we've talked about finances quite a lot. We've talked about domestic abuse. Is there anything that's coming up? Thank you, Miranda. Thank you for coming. So Miranda's had to leave us. So is there anything that's coming up for you, you know, that people are coming in regularly and talking about? Lee, is there anybody through mind that's, are they saying anything?
Not that I'm aware of.
Your normal stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah.
Just life. And
yeah. Hassan, is there anyone coming through the Chai Centre that, you know, are they coming up with various different?
Not really. It's just the standard usually stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing that shout that is happening recently.
Yeah. Okay. So, but if there is ever any themes, or you can, you know, people are coming in regularly and talking about things, please do let me know. It's fed up into the Burnley Health and Wellbeing, which is Burnley Together, which forms the part of the action plan. So Burnley Linked is part of that and will form part of the action plan for Burnley. So so thank you for that. Okay, information share. Yes.
To say about winter preparedness, I think there's some information gone out or coming out about being prepared at winter, knowing who to go and speak to. I know our comms team are definitely working on something. And there's definitely something, we've gone out on a press release to let us know that Burnley has an affordable warmth grant. So if any organisations are working with people, I'll put the link in the chat. And then if people are supporting individuals, it's about enable the council's home improvement agency to provide targeted support to residents most at risk of living in cold or energy efficient homes. So I'll put that link in the chat.
Thanks, Naveed. Thank you. Naveed, while I'm on you, do you want to give an update? Have you got anything else you want to update on? 2
updates. One's around the Remembrance Sunday, 9th of November. There's that again is on the council's website. I'll put that in the chat as well. Just giving you the details about the service start times, what's happening. I know there's one. There's an event in. There's going to be a parade of serving and former service personnel setting off from Curzon Street at 10:20, making its way through St James Street and Park Lane before arriving at the Peace Gardens. But there's also something happening in Padiham. But I'll put the link for the article, so it's got more details than I know on there. And the last thing I thought, which is a very important one for a lot of people, because we've just done the Our Town, our plan, it's the local government reorganisation. So everybody's got till Sunday, the 26th of October, to have their say. And it's about how the government's planning the changes to how councils are structured. So it's you can feedback if you agree, disagree. So I'll put that again in the link as well. Saves me having to witter on about it. Is that okay?
Thanks,
That's
Naveed.
the 3 things for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Naveed. Tammy, you're next on my screen.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Are we all well? Yes, got quite, we've got quite a few different leaflets and projects to share with you. So I'll send them over to Tom and Lorna later today, and hopefully they can add them into the lovely newsletter that gets sent out. And I'm going to start with our Annex outdoors. I can't see my camera on here. I think it's because I've got the chat open. Where am I? Sorry, just bear with me. Oh, right. Well, I can't see me. So if I just do this. So this is the Annex outdoors. It's new outdoor wellbeing space in Burnley. So we've had lots of volunteers up working on the space outside. If anyone's been up to see us, it's a great space that we have at the back of the building. It's looking really good. It's ready for use, but we still have a lot to do on there. And it's going to be open Monday, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 10:30 till 2:30. And on Tuesdays, we're going to have activity days. So we're going to have free events, creative sessions and wellbeing activities. So there's going to be something for everyone. And we're going to have a timetable put together for them. And it's going to evolve with people that are going to come up. So we'll send this over. So anyone you have in mind who might like to come on up and join us, that's really, really nice, the Annex outdoors. So that's the first one. We've got the Cuppa Club. The Cuppa Club still continues. We have a great bunch of people that come up to the Cuppa Club, and we are a place of welcome. So that's Monday afternoons, 1:30 till 3. We'll always put out different activities for that. And it's really good as well because the Annex outdoors will be open so people can pop outside as well and go and use that space. We have midweek moments, which is going to be on Wednesdays. I'll put this one up again. Sorry, I can't see my camera.
It's just a bit blurry. It's a bit blurry, Tammy.
Oh, it is because I don't know how I can change my settings. I really do need to have some IT lessons on how to work this. As I said, I'll bob them all over anyway.
Yeah.
So midweek moments, again, we've got a nice timetable of different events that we're going to be holding on Wednesdays. It's going to be every other Wednesday. So we're going to have AI, is it okay or not? So that's for over 50s. They can come along and join in the conversation. We've got wrapping our winter wellbeing packs. I'm going to come on to that next, which is really exciting. And then we're going to, in December, have some Christmas craft. So again, that's going to be up here at New Era. So I'll bob that on for everyone to share. And then we're delighted. We're really, the emotional health and wellbeing team are doing support young people wellbeing this winter. So we're actually asking for donations in of any wellbeing items, and the team are putting together little wellbeing packs for the young people for Burnley. And it's been amazing, the support we've been receiving already for these and the items coming in. And so, as I said, it's our wellbeing team who will be putting the packs together, and they will then be sending them out to young people. So that's a really a good one that's doing really, you know, they really are coming in on that one. That's great. And our last one, step into numbers. I won't hold it up because I know you can't see it. That's our maths course. the entry level one. So we're starting at entry level 1, functional skills, going up to 2 and 3. Can go up to entry level 1 and 2. So these are free maths courses for anyone who's a bit worried about maths, not confident. We'll take them first steps. We've got some dates. I think it starts on the 5th of November, the next session. There's only a few places left on that one, but we've got dates for December, January and February. And we're putting on a free creche as well for that one. So for anyone with any little ones, 0 to 4, we'll have a free creche as well. So they'll be able to come along. And we've got some times of 9:30 to 12:30 on there. So all done. I
Thanks,
think I've
Hannah.
covered everything. I
Thanks,
know
Hannah.
some weeks, some months, I'm like, not got much going, and then all of a sudden, we've got lots to share with you all.
Lots going on at New Era. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So
Thank
don't worry,
you.
I meant to say as well, don't worry if you've got nothing to say, just say I've nothing to say, Trace, and I'll move on. So Lee, you're next on my screen.
Just on mute. It's years since I've used Zoom, so it's like a lesson. Yeah, I can just give you a quick update on the waiting times for talking therapies, if that's useful.
Yeah.
So at the moment for Burnley, for assessment, it's sort of anywhere between a week and 4 weeks. Step 2, so the lower intensity therapy, is about 7 weeks at the moment for face-to-face. 4 weeks for remote. Then up at step 3 for CBT, it's about 20 weeks face-to-face, 16 remote. Got a bit of a hotspot with counselling at the minute, so face-to-face is 32 weeks, up to 32 weeks, but it's 16, it's half if people want to do it via video link, Zoom, Teams, telephone, that kind of thing. Yeah, so that's just a quick update from Talking Therapies.
Fab. Thank you, Lee. Thanks very much.
Thanks.
Imtiaz, you're next on my screen.
No updates from me, Tracy.
No. Okay, no worries. Hassan, you've usually got loads going on.
Yeah, we've got a few things going on. Number 1, we've got a wellbeing workshop. It's going to be at Williamshaw Street Centre. It's going to be outdoors as well. So I believe if it's a good weather, they're going to do some cooking outside as well. It starts for next week, I think. It's 6 weeks course. That's the poster. I'll send it off anyway.
Yeah.
Then we also have the peer support group here. So that's first Wednesday of every month from 2 till 4. So again, I'll post that down. We've also got this new one, which we just started. It's join our book club, Beyond Words. So basically, we do books, but it's got no written. It's just pictures, and it's mainly for our patients with learning disability, just to see what expression they have, what it means to them, what they feel about these sessions. We've also got the well-being session online as well during December, so the 6-week course. And the child centre is busy like usual. Our cafe is officially open for the public. We're doing a trial run at the moment for just staff and a few volunteers. So today they're cooking something, I'm not quite sure what. But hopefully by 17th, it'll be officially open for the general public.
Brilliant, brilliant. We've missed it, haven't we, Naveed? We used to go to Chai a lot. We used to have our lunch there quite a lot. So
I was going to say, Hassan, you should circulate a menu to everybody.
Well, talking about it, we got 2 chefs now. We've got Rana, obviously, who used to cook before. We've got this other chef who just joined us. He's from Syria, but he's very specialized in Turkish food. So you got the Turkish kebabs and koftes and all the...
Is it Bilal?
Yeah. So it'll be good. So we got a bit of both.
Fab. Thank you, Hassan. Loads going on there at the Chai Centre. Faria, you're next on my screen.
Hi, I'm just trying to figure out how to unmute myself. No, I don't think so. I have much to say today. it's just usual, you know, we're doing lots of peer support groups and we still need more referrals because wintertime we always struggle to get more referrals this time. So please, if you know anybody who can be benefit from our services, please refer to our organization. Thank you.
Fab. Thank you, Faria.
Thank you.
Freya, you're next.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold. There's not much, but the main thing is that we've got our community day on the 8th, so that's next Saturday. So if anybody knows of any families who might like to come, I'd say it's sort of, I can't always think of the ages, but sort of like year 5, 6. Those would probably be our like main ages, but then there'll be things for littler ones, you know, siblings who come along as well. So it's just a chance to come onto campus and take part in some fun activities like making clay pots and things like that. And you know, if they want to think about future careers, then they can come and talk to our different teams like nursing and vet and just explore things in a really relaxed and fun space. So that's on Saturday.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, Freya, you know, when we were talking about the plan for Burnley, you know, that primary school age is when they do start thinking, what do I want to be when I grow up? You know, and they can be, you know, there were a lot of things when I was young, you weren't told anything. It would just, you
Yeah.
know, you weren't told that you could be an archaeologist if you wanted to be.
Well, our widening, so I'm obviously in the public engagement side, but I sit alongside the widening participation team. And basically what they found is attitudes towards, you know, is higher education for me or and that doesn't have to be university, any kind of higher education. They can get quite strong views from primary that no, that's not for me. That I
Yeah.
couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And they're at an age where there's no evidence base for that.
Yeah.
You know, they've done no exams, they've not had a go at anything, they've not tried like different things out. And as well, like you were saying, like at school it's so science, maths, English, like
Yeah.
all these separate core topics.
Mm.
When you go to uni, it's not like that. You're doing things that span across all the topics, and it's all about your skills. It's not just about, you know, what are you like in this one subject. So it's just nice to broaden their ideas of what education looks like because they don't get to see that necessarily day to day.
I think that's great. I think it's great that it's being opened up to primary school children. You know, because they do need to know. They need to, you know, I think in primary school you see it because you hate school when you're in primary school unless you're a proper sport or you absolutely love going to school. But they see it as an extension of school. They don't see it as something different. I hated school. I hated primary school. I hated high school, but I loved going to college because it were different.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not the same. No, it's not. So great. Thank you for that, Freya. Carol, have you got any updates for us?
Hi, I'm Citizens Advice East Lancashire. I've only been asked to go at 9 o'clock this morning, so I'm not very prepared.
All right.
I'm not aware of any events that we've got going on at the moment. We have been doing quite a lot of events recently. We've done the Freshers' Fair at Nelson. We're advertising on the website when we're open. There are services being set up and some moved around, so it's best to check on the website what's going on. The main thing that we're getting in now, which will probably be the trend for the winter, is the cost of living, fuel, food, people in debt, household support fund. The household support fund's open for Pendle. at the moment. We do have to shut it down at times to catch up with all the applications. And just at the kind of transition stage from one set of funding to the next, we might stop for a while. I don't know what else to say about us.
That's all right, Carol. You don't need to. You've been chucked in at deep end there, haven't you?
I thought I'll do some reporting, this, that, and the other, and then it got to 10 minutes towards the meeting. I thought, okay, right, I'll have to forget that
now. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No problem at all. Vicky, welcome. I'm going to move to Vicky before I give my update. I'll move to Vicky because Vicky's got some news, and she's a guest today. She's a guest of Ruth Haygarth, and who's not here, by the way. And Vicky's going to tell us about a lovely project that they're working on. So over to you, Vicky. You're on mute.
There's always one, isn't there?
If I'd have quit every time I say that.
It's just like, it's so cheesy, and you hate to be the one that actually does that. So yeah, well, just to rewind then. Hi everyone, thank you for having me briefly in your. I feel like a proper gate crasher. I'm from Civil Society Consulting. I'm based in South Manchester, although the organisation is nationwide. And the reason why I'm here is because we are running a lottery-funded programme called Nurturing Grassroots, which is providing free support to grassroots organisations across the UK. And we've been doing quite a lot of work in Burnley. So we work quite well connected with some organisations, specifically Ruth and the work that Ruth's doing. And in light of I should say that the project is lottery funded. I don't know if I mentioned that, but in light of all the social unrest that's been happening, it's been increasing over the last sort of, well, how many years? But I mean, this year it seems to have really hit ahead, and all the sort of breakdown and divisive activity that's taking place in communities. We have got a bit of extra money from the lottery to do some community building work that helps to counter the divisive and negative narrative that we're seeing on our screens. And the way that we are going to approach that is through a series of filmmaking workshops that are tailored to community groups, community leaders, grassroots organisations, public sector organisations, anybody working within communities. And the idea is that we get 15 to 20 people who are working with all different types of communities in your area, and we will do a little bit of community building work, but we will also, or predominantly, teach you how to make your own short films for social media using just your mobile phone, free software on your laptop. And then we give you a little bit of know-how and confidence to go away, and we support you to create your films that are sort of 60 to 90 seconds long. Once you've created those films, we will then help you to share them, or we will share them through our social media channels in collaboration with other partners to give them the widest possible audience across the UK. So from your individual perspectives, it's a case of come along to the workshop. It's on the 1st of December in Burnley at New Neighbours Together. Come along, learn how to build a film, create a film. We'll work with you to turn that story from it could be the work that you do as an organisation. It could be a community hero with it that you work with. It could be one of your beneficiaries that you work with that's doing something amazing. Any story of positivity, connection, togetherness that you can draw out of the work that you do, we want to help amplify it. I don't know if I'm explaining that particularly well. So if you, those who I can see are smiling, so it's obviously, so you're all invited. We'd love for you to come along. We'd also really appreciate it if you could share with anybody else that you think might benefit from the training, the workshop, or the work that we're doing. Yeah. Any questions?
Thank you, Vicky. I know we've sent it out to all of our funded groups in Burnley, and it will go out on our newsletter as well. If it hasn't already, it'll go out on our newsletter as well. I think it might be on the Burnley Link page as well. I know all Burnley Link members have had it. So has anybody got any questions for Vicky? No. They're a quiet bunch this morning, Vicky. This is not what they usually like, you know.
I just want to say to Vicky, it sounds really good, and unfortunately I'm not here to be able to come. Otherwise, I would love to. We've just done some social media training for people around promoting the work that they do. That was one of the features of the training session. So it tied in nicely. And I remember Ruth speaking to everybody there, promoting this opportunity to get involved and do videos, and yeah.
I should also, a couple of things that I didn't mention is Zara Mohammed, who is the Secretary General of the Muslim Council for Britain. This is because we're running 4 of these workshops across the Northeast and the Northwest. The Burnley session is the one that she's most able to come to, so she's going to come along as well. So we've got a little bit of a minor, well, no, a celebrity. Let's call her a celebrity. And then Gillian Halliwell, who looks after the North Region Lottery. She's hoping to come along to the Burnley session too. So a couple of really good connections to be made at this session as well. Naveed, is there anybody else from the council that you can send in your place?
I've actually shared it with my colleague who does civic engagement, Matthew. I thought, because he goes out with the mayor, he goes out and sees and organises stuff, and I thought it'd be really good for him to be part of this, but it's a decision for him. I will just remind him and see if we can get somebody out.
We are really keen in each of these sessions to get a really diverse mix of people in the room, so that the films that come out of the sessions show the diversity of work that's happening within communities. So Tracy, we'd love from someone from Burnley CVS there. We'd like, the council. We'd like people that work with refugees. So Ruth, obviously, they do a lot of work with refugees, but we'd like to be able to represent carers, students, people who work with homelessness, people who work with substance abuse, any charities, any grassroots organisations working with all different kinds of people. We really love to have them in the room, so that the films, when we come to share them, they really show lots of different, and they're not just focused on one area of society.
Vicky, I was just going to say, Tracy, it's just a shame because we've got the Diversity Festival taking place, which is actually started this week. So I don't know if people have seen this, and that would have been a great chance to capture moments at events where people are coming together, doing stuff that kind of shows a really good story for Burnley. So I don't know, but it's been circulated to them as well. We'll definitely sent it out.
So are they activities that are taking place between now and
now and 15th
this week?
Yep, started
this week.
I can email it to you, Vicky, if that helps.
Well, yeah, what I'm thinking is, rather than miss that opportunity, I'm wondering if you can nominate somebody to take the lead, and I could just work with them. We could just have a call to just flesh out the bones of a story, and then just capture all the footage and the photos that we can then knit together once we've done the workshop. If you just capture the footage, lots of footage and photos, we can then turn those into a film at a later date, rather than miss the opportunity.
I'll send you the details for Chris. I'll do an introductory email to Chris Keane and Mary Sharples from Lancashire County Council, who's also doing some work. There's a collective of people doing this kind of work, and it ends at the end of November, 22nd of November, I think. So they've literally done it a whole month.
Yeah, it'd be a shame to miss that opportunity. Brilliant. Well, what I'll do is I'll if I share the link to sign up to the workshop, and I'll also share the flyer. Should I do that through you, Tracy?
You can do, yeah, you can do. Faria's asking if she can have your email, Vicky.
Yes, I'll pop it in the chat.
Yeah. Thank you. So it's Faria. It's 1st of December. Okay, thank you, Vicky. Thank you. You're more than welcome. So I'll just give my quick update, and then I will free you all to go wild. So our AGM and conference is on the 26th of November. Be there or be square. You don't need to come to the boring AGM. Please don't tell me boss I said that, but you don't need to come to that bit, but you can come to the conference. Book yourselves a place. They're going quick, and we are holding it at the beautiful Burnley Town Hall. But there are limited, really limited spaces. So please do book your space as quickly as you possibly can. I don't think I've got anything else other than to say, Vicky, you missed out on this. I had my hat on at first. Other than to say, have a lovely Halloween, have a lovely rest of your day, and I'm gifting you 5 minutes now to do whatever you want. So, see, Ruth just turned up. Well, she's always late to the party. So I will see you all next month. Thank you very much for being so engaged and engaging, and thank you for indulging me when we were talking about Burnley, our town, our place. So thank you very much. Have a lovely rest of your day. Happy Halloween, everybody. Bye.
Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you again.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.